Howdy folks, we are out on another backcountry adventure. Today I'm hiking just on the outskirts of Mount Baker, Snoqualmie National Forest. It's in the shadow of Mount Rainier. This has become one of my favorite destinations this year. It does get really busy in the afternoon, so I got out here super early this morning, had to watch the sunrise, and had a great hike in. Today's kind of a multi-adventure. I've been testing some different water filter systems, which I'll leave a link for that video. And for this adventure, we're gonna head up here, make some lunch. Been out for about 4 hours, had a nice simple muesli breakfast, and I am in dire need of some real food. So we're gonna just head up to the tree line and we'll set up camp. Today we are keeping it simple and easy. We are gonna be cooking, but the meal is actually a cold prepared meal. This is a great option if you want to do a cold soak, or in my case, I'm going to bring it up to a boil, let it soak and cook. I'm going to drain off all the excess moisture, let it cool down, and then enjoy a nice, cool, refreshing afternoon lunch. First things first, let's get our stove set up. We're going to be using our trusted BRS 3000 again. There's currently a burn ban in place because it is in the middle of forest fire or wildfire season. So there are no open cook fires allowed. They do make an exception up here for stoves that have the ability to turn on and off the ignition source or fuel supply. So we're gonna just use this, get a quick cook going, then get back on our adventure. And the bugs are out everywhere. Howdy folks, sorry for the interruption. I forgot to put together a shameless plug when I was out on this last adventure. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for checking me out. I try and post new content every Wednesday. Sometimes it might be a gear review, some tips and tricks, or just a great afternoon on the trail doing a little hiking and a little cooking. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. So for today's lunch, we're going to utilize our boil bag again. And that's that reusable, sealable bag that I've used so many other times. And in here, I pre-prepared everything last night. But we're basically going to be having a ramen with sun-dried tomatoes, freeze-dried mangoes, some wasabi peas to add an extra little spice and kick, and then of course some hickory smoked tuna just to add another layer of protein to the meal. This is a very simple dish. We're going to bring our water up to a boil, put it in the boil bag, let it sit for about 5 minutes so we can rehydrate everything. If there's any excess water, we'll properly disperse it, and then we'll add in the tuna. Now the trick is to make sure the vegetables that we put in there rehydrate at the same pace. That's why I'm using hot water today instead of a cold soak technique. The peas that I'm using, the wasabi peas, are actually a dehydrated pea instead of a freeze-dried pea. Now if you're using dehydrated vegetables, they take a long time to rehydrate. Hot water helps speed that process up. If you're cold soaking, the recommendation is to make sure you use freeze-dried material, because the freeze-dried foods will rehydrate a lot quicker. Gotta say, today has been an epic day. This is a beautiful area. I'm actually just outside of the park on a forestry road, or what used to be a forestry road. This part of the land has not been accessed in probably 50 or 60 years. I hiked across 6 or 7 different river crossings. I actually had to balance across a couple of logs that I didn't get recorded because I only wanted to have to cross them once. But leave it to say, it was tricky getting out here. But boy, am I glad I'm here. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous, untouched forest. I finally found a place where I don't hear cars in the background or gunshots or airplane noise. It's just me and the bugs and the wind blowing through the trees. Could not have asked for a better weekend adventure. So we've transferred it all into our bowl. Now we want to get rid of the excess liquid. Now, leave no trace practices and principles will tell you that you need to either disperse the liquid, dig a cat hole, or, my preferred method, just drink it because it is delicious soup. So now that we've removed the excess liquid, we want to put in some grated Parmesan cheese. These are just some simple, easy, packable packets. And, of course, our hickory smoked tuna. This is a great source of protein and adds a nice extra flavor to the meal. And simple as that, we've got a delicious ramen tuna with sun-dried tomatoes, mangoes, and wasabi peas. It is a great afternoon snack. Very hearty, full of carbohydrates, brings up those sodium levels and gives you all the protein you need to either head out on a second half of the afternoon or just bed down for a relaxing evening around the campfire. So until next time, folks, hope to see you out on the trail. Let's go for a walk.